Hello there folks, another episode of Jay's Shed with me, Mr. J. And on this episode we are going to be looking at this ROYCE Thompson P42e 2-part cell with override switch as well. So what we're going to do in this one is we're going to actually take this one to bits and see what's inside it. Obviously we all know these ones, the old override switch, so forth, and the cell, independent cell that goes in. But I thought, right, let's take this to bits. Now this one is actually an old one, it's seen better days. It doesn't actually work, this one. It's real grubby, look. It's real sort of bleh, horrible. There's the info on it there. If you want to pause the video, then we'll just read that there. So yeah, I wouldn't do this to a newer one that I've got, and I've got a few new ones of these, so I wouldn't start pulling new about. There we go, there's your other bits of info on there. There we go. Alright then, so basically these have two screws. Now I've taken the screws out because obviously video time is I think I've got about 15 minutes on this particular memory card, so you don't really want to go too far on that. So anyway, you take the screw out there and the screw out there, and the top just comes away like that. So there we are. Right, so that's your top there. I've got to actually clean these up. Actually, I might use this one as for spares or make a good one out of it, but we'll see. So we'll put that over there for a minute. We don't need that. So what we've got inside then, right, we've got this little switch here. I'm going to try and get this up close to the camera as I can. Let me just look at the switching at the moment. That's the override. That is just soldered on the back part there. That's not, you know. So this would just be like if you put a normal override switch on a NEMA, maybe, you know, a homemade one. There we go, that's better. I pulled that out now. So this is just basically a 240 volt rocker switch. On position it bypasses the cell and supplies the power ski and the light. Now when it's in that one, it's just over the other side again, over to the side that puts the mains through to the Faro cell. Let's pull this down a bit. Right, the two green wires, that is the two bits of wiring that are going out to the cell, which plugs in here where these two inlets are. Now that's where the 2-part cell goes in, so that is wired through some gubbins, and see these little resistors on there. That's a capacitor, I think that one is. Is that a capacitor or resistor? No, resistors are always smaller on these things. Yeah, that's a cap, I think. Call it something JH electric something on there. Okay. And the lux. Now this is what I need to find out. This big yellow component there, and this, I can get it around there, this little one here. And now I've got a feeling, don't quote me on this, because I'm not really into electronics. I know there'll be people out there who are, but this here I think determines what the lux is, the light level to switch on and switch off. I think there's something to do with lux, because it's got I looked at another one similar setup, and it got lux on it. This is a Masus 12 amp 277 vac and 28 volt DC 12 amp. We're getting into different territories there with electronic things on here. But look at all the little resistors all packed in there really tight. I don't know if the camera can focus up on that. Can it focus up on that? See those little tiny resistors. Focus, just hold it a minute, it should focus up. Get that wire out the way there. There's the little diddy ones. I wouldn't like to solder them on. All in a row there, look. Yeah, and even on the outside there, the little diddy resistors all the way along. Then we've got these two like little box, let me see them there, these little box caps. Really, really tiny. It's amazing how you get all that stuff in there, but you'd never be able to service these, I don't think, because they're just too small. Just way too small. And of course, what determines the light level is, of course, up on the post, and it's a separate plug-in one. But these are amazing, amazing little things, actually. I mean, to make electronics that small, imagine that. These must be stamped out on a machine. There's the circuit board on the back, the printed circuit boards. As I say, for this stuff, you really do need to know your electronics. I just thought I'll have a look what's inside it, and I thought I'd just share it with my viewers. It's really unusual that some of this is soldered, and those two parts there actually just look like normal screws. They're just like screwed in. So you could actually use this as a, you could actually swap you could keep the shell and actually swap this over. You could put another one of these inside one of these circuit boards by the look of it. The only thing you'd have to do is to unsolder these two there that go to the cell. So interesting. So why did they have these? Well, a lot of these were in street lighting with well, what we call remote, where the control gear is in the bottom of the column. You could easily test the lamp by switching it over, switch it back, so on and so forth. I don't see the point of it really, because if you switch over and the lamp doesn't work, the lamp is out, it doesn't necessarily mean you need a new lamp, does it? It could be all sorts of other things. Does it save time going up on the cherry picker? Could do, but that'd be minimal. However, these would be great for group switching. So if you've got 10 columns and it's all controlled by one feeder pillar, this would be great to see in what lamps are out. So you go along, you unlock the feeder pillar, you go in there, you switch this over, and all 10 columns will come on. And then for that you can find out which lamps need replacing and mark and go and replace them. I think this is the only really place for these P42s really come in really handy, really good. Up in Scotland, an awful lot of group switching lamps and columns up there, so maybe up there would be good. And also a lot of them up there still use a time clock in the feeder pillar, which is something that we don't see down this part of the country, down in England. Anyway, that's my view on these ones. Personally, I prefer the NEMA cell, really. Personally, but I am going to use. I've got, I think, about 4 or 5 of these. I've got the green one as well. The green ones. I've got some green ones as well. So when we're going to redo the lighting, I'm rewiring the old collection outside. So I've got to do a rewire on that. So I should be wiring some of these in for some of the lanterns. Now, just to compare, just to look at a NEMA cell here. This is a Lucy Xenon, or Zodin, Lucy Zodian even. Here we can see again, camera's over here, not over there. Here we can see the little printed circuit board in there, trying to get it not to reflect so much. Again, we've got like a, you can't really see it there, no, this is really bad. It's just here you can see there's a block similar to what's on here. See, that there is on there. So basically this, as you can see, it's just been put inside there, and so the NEMA makes it more compact. However, you do need to take probably, I don't know actually, the wiring on the, would there be more wiring on the Part 2 cell than there'd be on the NEMA? I don't know, because you'd only have to take one live up, so you could split it, couldn't you? Anyway, I'm not going to get into that conversation because we'll be here all night. That's for another day. Anyway, just to give you, you know, and this is a Zodian SS6, 35 lux one again. There you go. I just thought I'd like to share that, just to show you what is actually inside these things when you take them to bits. So there we go. This is the video of the teardown. I think we call it teardown, don't we? So this will be coming out. As I say, this one is had it really, basically. The switch could be quite salvageable actually. That could go on another project, whatever project you want to do. Should be a 240. Should be a 240 volt, unless it's stepped down somehow. Oh wow, that is so small. Hang on, it's got 125 volt, 250 volt AC. So this is probably, you can actually put this switch straight onto the mains and the main supply. There's only one way to find out, and let's see if it goes smoke and smoke. That'd be another video, wouldn't it? Anyway, that's it for now. So there we go, just the two different excuse me, some good old water quickly. Oh, there we are. Right, so there you are. That's all that's for this video. So I hope you like this little video. I'll have more coming up soon. Got like loads more to do when I get round to it, that is. You know what I'm like. I'll get there eventually. And so if you enjoyed the video, give it the thumbs up if you know to, and like the little bell icon for more videos as I put them out. I'll let you know. Gives you, yeah. And remember, this is stuff we do here, and it's not very good to do this by yourself. If you've done what you're doing, it'll be very, very dangerous. So keep that in mind. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now would be a good time to do that. And so till next time, thanks for watching.